My name is Tia. Usually I'm traveling the country, living out of my van with my partner Jordan and my dog Zena. Whilst exploring Tasmania, we thought we'd change it up a bit. Since the island is known for their unique stays, we booked a few to enjoy between our days on the road.
We've arrived at our first accommodation. It's called the House of the Weedy Seadragon. This house is really unique, along with many other accommodations around Tasmania. Our friend James actually wrote this book, and it goes through tons of unique stays, and after reading his book we just knew that we had to book at least a few. This one's really unique because it has a wooden outdoor sauna, so I think that's what I'm most excited about.
We love saunas though.
Yeah, I love a good sauna, and the ocean is just across from us.
Right.
Today was such a cold day, it was 13 degrees, but at sunset the wind just completely dropped and turned into the most beautiful afternoon, so it is really pretty here at the moment.
I feel like that's been our whole time in Tasmania so far, hasn't it?
Yeah, we've really lucked out with the weather, and we actually kind of thought that the next few days were just going to be grey and cold, so we were kind of expecting that, but it's turned out to be quite the opposite.
In Tassie you don't really mind if it's cold because it just seems like the moody feels.
But the sun is going down now, so I think we're going to wrap up our fire and have a sunset sauna.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Steamy in here. We've put so much water on the rocks. I can't believe how nice this afternoon turned out to be. I was literally just expecting grey clouds and wind and maybe even rain.
And the moon was out too.
Yeah, the moon's like a half moon. I think it'll be full in a few days. It's been such a moody day today, which has made this accommodation all the more cozy. We've just been hanging out by the fire basically all day, but we figured we should go make the most of the sauna, so we're gonna go do that. But before we do, we're gonna go run and jump in the ocean. We took a sneaky little sauna first. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Here we go.
Like almost 80 degrees in here right now.
Oh wow. We're at our second accommodation, and this one is on Bruny Island. We took the ferry over here yesterday, and it was a $50 return ferry to get our van there and back.
When we booked this place, we didn't even know it was on Bruny Island. But we agreed to come, and we're really glad we did.
We didn't really have any expectations, but we got here and we were just blown away. We have ocean views, and this accommodation is just so cute. It's everything I would want in a tiny home if I had my own.
Our expectations were low, and we got blown away as soon as we got here. The quality of the place, the story behind it, and the history that's here. You guys are going to be really fascinated.
This off-grid cabin is called Sheepwash Bay, and there's two cabins that you can stay at. The one that we're at the moment is called Hyde, and then the other one is more of a house, and it has an outdoor bathtub. The owner, John, is also known as the Bruny Baker, and that was actually basically the only thing we knew or had seen about Bruny Island. So he has a bread fridge at the end of his driveway. He's had it for 6 years, and each morning he wakes up at 5 a.m., bakes fresh loaves of bread and puts them down in the bread fridge. It works as an honesty box, so people can come buy their bread and just transfer him some money or leave cash there, which makes the whole thing such a special experience.
We actually got to meet John this morning, and he's welcomed us tomorrow to come to his bakehouse and see the fresh loaves of bread come out of the oven.
I'm excited.
We love sourdough bread, so it's really exciting.
I'm going to show you guys a little walkthrough through the house. So first we have the kitchen. Straight away I noticed how nice the wood was, and I love all the details in the house, like this kettle. So excited to make tea later tonight. As you can see, the space is pretty small, but they've done such a good job to make the most of the space that they have. I feel like every Tassie house has to have a fireplace because it gets so cold here in the winter. And they have this really lovely one here that has a squirrel on the side, which, being from Canada, I can really appreciate. Then we have the lounge, the bed, and probably the best feature in the house is the claw bathtub with an amazing view. I don't think I've ever had a bath with such a nice view before. This morning we're heading up to the bakery to get some fresh sourdough.
When the sultanas fall out, I eat them. Yeah. But he doesn't.
Okay, so this is 560 grams.
Just a bit of no still. Yeah, just tip the smoke. We don't need to.
Prime examples. After seeing the process of how these guys make their sourdough and learning how to make our own bread, John came and showed us his veggie garden. These guys eat all of their own produce, which is really inspiring to see. So they make their own bread and they come out and pick all their veggies. And so this garden is so big. And now we're gonna get some tomatoes from the greenhouse. It's so cute in here. We made it to our third accommodation. This one's on the northeast side of Tassie, so we had to drive 4 hours yesterday to get to this spot. It's right on the ocean and has a bit of a beach shack vibe to it. It feels really different from the last two that we've stayed at.
It's a really beautiful space. I feel like there's so many different areas to enjoy, from downstairs to outside to the bathtub.
There's an indoor and outdoor bathtub and shower, which is exciting. Even if it's raining later, I'm definitely gonna take a bath outside. And there's also a fireplace outside and inside, and it's a really big space.
What I love about the place is all the unique details they've made in the shack. There's like antique pieces laid everywhere. And it makes it quite artistic, doesn't it? A lot of antiques that represent what a shack should be. Kind of like you're staying in a bit of the past.
But it's a bit of a drizzly day today, and we've really lucked out because the 2 rainy days we've had the entire time we've been in Tassie have been days that we've been staying in accommodation, so I'm really grateful to have a roof over our heads at the moment. The sun is starting to come out a little bit, so I'm going to give you a quick tour of the Whale Song Shack. So straight away is the deck, which has the ocean views and a fire pit down the bottom. And then we can come inside. This place was built by a fisherman in the 1980s, so there's lots of little details that show that. Coming in, we have the lounge area with the indoor fireplace. It was a really cozy day chilling here today because it was raining basically the whole day, and it's just started to clear up, so we had the fireplace going all day, which is really nice. And then coming back here is one of the bedrooms. There's lots of cute little details. I love how there's feathers on all of the hats around the house, and antique mirrors, dried flowers, lots of fun stuff. Over here we have the bathroom. Later I'm going to be taking a bath here and outside. I'm going to have 2 baths today because I can. Over in this section we have the washing machine and a spare bedroom if you have some extra people in the house with you. And then through here it takes us around to the kitchen. I love how open and spacious it is, and you can open these windows here so you get the nice ocean breeze coming through. Then there's a telescope, so because this house is facing east, you get to see the moon rise over the ocean, which was last week. I would have loved to be here for that, but we'll have to come again. And then the beautiful lounge room, another fireplace, and again, big windows with ocean views. And then, finally coming outside, here are the welcome drinks I left. Some little bottle of gin. And this is the chocolate.
It's so delicious though.
Yeah, it is good.
So we've just arrived at our final stay here in Tasmania.
This one's in the northwest in a little town called Gleneagle. It's about 15 minutes from the coast. We're tucked away from anything else, and as soon as we walked through the door to get to this area where the dome tents are, it felt like we walked into our own little world.
So this accommodation might actually be the most unique one we've stayed in so far.
I think it has to be. We're in a big dome tent, and there's 2 of them on the property.
So what we got to do is invite our good friends Luke and Jess. So we have this bubble tent, and they're going to be staying in the other one for the next couple of nights, and we're going to share the entire property with them.
There's a little fire and barbecue area with an outdoor kitchen, so I think we'll probably spend the afternoon there. There's also a really unique bathtub, which I'm very excited about, because we've been lacking showers and baths living in our van lately. Have a good soak in there and just enjoy this space. heading down to the area that's called the Devil's Den, which is the kitchen. It's a communal area, and it looks like Luke and Jess have got the fire going, so it should be a super cozy afternoon. The clouds came in, but I think it suits this place a lot. Gonna say hi.
Wow, wait.
So we got a scorpion in the box. Luke was actually stacking up this kindling and almost got bit, eh? Yeah. But they seem so shy. It's still like...
It's so small.
It's so small. But...
Don't touch it.
Well, I'll just see if I can... Oh, there we go. Oh, wow. We have fire.
Oh, how big it is there.
Cheers.
Tasmania surprised us with some of the best unique stays we've experienced to date. I'm glad we got to enjoy some of the many accommodations on the island during our time here. Each place had something so different to offer. We spent our final morning with shelter, slowly sipping our coffee before it was time to pack up